Hello and welcome. This is video 1 in a series of 12 called Ascend to Freedom. And if you clicked on this video, you maybe you were drawn to, or intuitively, or a friend sent it to you. And I just want to welcome you and introduce myself briefly. My name is Joy, and I'm an intuitive. For the past few years, I've been working on being a medium, a channel for the divine, for higher realm messages only. I'm not interested in judging or competing with anyone. These steps I have personally been downloaded. I've been working on them for the past 4 years and doubting myself and going back and forth. And my guides really just want me to put this out there because there's a lot of people that need help. So I'm just going to do it. And so I believe that this program will evolve. And when I say program, I want you to understand that in a sense, okay, program in this sense is a sequence of events, which are the 12 steps, which lead to a conclusion, which is basically giving you a spiritual awakening, okay? A personal ascension program, which is a sequence of events which lead to a conclusion, okay? And I'm going to also begin with a prayer, and some of you are going to recognize it. Spirit, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. Dear Spirit, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. Thank you. Step 1. I am powerless over people, places, things, institutions, scenarios, outcomes, opinions, expectations, and feelings. Step 1 is about radical acceptance. It's about understanding that I have control over my behaviors and my reactions. I am in control of what happens to me. However, when you're focusing on other people, their opinions, their expectations, what's going to happen, the how, and of course, the feelings, you're giving your power away to whatever that is. It could be anything. We were taught to basically give our power away since birth. I'm going to share this tidbit and others from my AA sponsor that was given to me 23 years ago when I first began my recovery journey. And one thing that was shared was, if I really understand who I am in the sight of God, my spirit would be joyful all the time. Life is a condition which manifests itself in growth, spiritual growth, moral growth, intellectual growth, and physical growth. These steps will give me deep spiritual qualities. One example of being powerless over people would be, of course, we don't have any control over what people do, say, act, behave, but we can set boundaries when they cross the line. We can empower ourselves. These steps are a way to do that. That's why I'm here. It's my intention to help you take your power back. We don't have control over how people act, but we do have control over what we tolerate, right? So we definitely don't have control over a coffee table being there when we stub our toe, right? It just happens. We can blame the coffee table though, right? I am powerless over institutions such as police, right? The police stations, prison, doctors. We don't have control over that, especially if we get arrested. We have like little to no rights whatsoever. We don't have control over how doctors treat us, although, like I said, we can set boundaries. But yeah, we definitely don't have power over the things that people do. We don't have power over how things are going to turn out, even. We can have hopes and goals and dreams, but what our spirit wants us to focus on is what we're actually doing, what's right in front of us, not worry about the outcome, right? We don't need to worry about what people think. We have been so programmed to worry about what people think. Oh my God, what if I stutter? Oh my God, I'm going to walk across the stage. What if I fall? Oh my God. From the time we're little, we're just terrified of making mistakes. And I want you to understand that that's really just programming. It doesn't matter what people think. The only opinion that matters is your own, honestly. And we definitely don't have we don't have power over people's expectations on us, but we do have power over what we expect. Okay. So step 1 is about understanding that there are things that we don't have control over, but we do have control in a sense. And step 1 is basically addressing that there is a different way to look at things. There's a different perspective. There's a different outlook, right? We don't have control or power over feelings. Feelings are feelings. Okay. And when people make us feel, that is basically our inside direction, our internal guidance. That's what feelings are. We don't have power over the feeling, but we definitely have power over how we react to the feelings and what we do about the feelings. Okay. So in conclusion, step 1 is saying, hey, I don't have control over my husband. I don't have control over my wife. I don't have control over how people drive, right? I don't have control over the police, the laws, right? I don't have control over how it turns out, but I do have control over how I deal with it. And I hope this makes sense. If you would like to work the masterclass with me, please reach out. I would love to do the steps with you one-on-one, but I wanted to get the steps out there for people to work on their own if they wanted to. But if you want to work the masterclass with me, the information will be down in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I wish you the absolute best.